Book reviews. Wow. I think I've had that expression with an earlier question, but book reviews is a really interesting one. Any author will want to see positive reviews, just like any company or product will want to see positive reviews on the website or online or wherever they sell what it is that they sell. We're seeing something a little bit different though with book reviews, okay? We've noticed a lot of authors or writers launch a book and then seemingly spend an awful lot of time trying to get positive reviews. Now, this in itself is a very intricate one, because you shouldn't really be able to get reviews until somebody reads the book, and of course there's this process of letting certain people read the book to get ready to post reviews. The only problem is you've then got to allow those people access to the book on the platform that it's launched from, unless it's a platform that just allows free PDFs, for instance. So you have this kind of chicken and the egg scenario. What we also see is people using alpha or more so beta reader networks, the people that read through a book to check its validity and to check for typos and grammar and things like that. And this is especially the case with fiction works. And then the friendlier terms of those arrangements can be the ones to use or to list a positive review. But of course, don't forget, a beta reader might read a book and not like it. So there are risks there. We then see people that try to lean on family and friends. But technically speaking, that's against the rules. Platforms that sell books do not want to be seen at having fake reviews on their sites, because of course it creates a negative bias. There's one author I can think of who obviously gets their husband to write a positive review. He's always the first to do it. He even shares the same name and they keep on getting away with it. Well, this starts to come full circle to the point I was then planning to raise, in the fact that a lot of people are tuning out, in our opinion, from reviews. Now, I think anybody that's out there will be certainly suspicious to some degree as to whether a review is a good one or whether it's fake. We somehow can spot a fake review from quite some way and are usually pretty accurate, especially with books. But again, we work in the industry and we see these things a lot. But I think the average consumer now has seen too much press of fake reviews trying to sway positive sales for a product that really doesn't deserve it. And the thing is, there is a side industry on this. There are certain networks, certain sites online, certain engagement groups, if you want to call them that, who either for a fee or a return favor will put a review online that isn't technically true to what they believe. And sometimes these reviews come from sources that haven't even used the product or read the book, because we're talking about books here. So we will often say to authors, sure, try to get a positive review. They can only help. But what we'll also say is try not to spend too much time in trying to gather them, because they can be very difficult. Be prepared to be let down by people, and try not to fall out with family and friends if they don't get round to posting a review for you, even when it's promised. But you also need to be careful of the reviews that you seek. Now, there are lots of reviews online where they're just too good for the book. You know, whether it's fiction or non-fiction, they're just too glowing. Now, there will be some really, really good reviews. We get that. But I think the books that we, or the authors that we look for, are the ones where there's just a slight hint of kind of like reality in there. The author or the book may still get 4 or 5 stars, which is good. But at least the review comes from a plausible source. The example I've got in my mind is when you see reviews where someone has literally typed out a paragraph or 2 paragraphs from the book and put that into a review. Well, in our mind, that is clearly a manufactured review. And it also breaks all the laws of copyright. It breaks the laws of the sales platform if it's a reputable platform. And it possibly even breaks the terms, or the copyright terms at least, that are in the actual book itself, where you should not reproduce the content or material from the book, or you certainly shouldn't do that unless the author or the publishing house has granted permission. And if they have, that means that they're obviously behind it and they know about it. But who types 1 or 2 paragraphs from a book, from a particular chapter, when they come to write a review? I mean, it just doesn't seem right. This book was very helpful to me because of ABC. This book was useful in reference to DEF, whatever, but not typing out literate details from the manuscript. And again, you will see these reviews online and how the sales platform passes these, because it's a break of copyright in itself and even breaches their own terms depending on the platform of choice. But in our opinion, these are the reviews that you should look out for and question the book in practice. If it looks like there's too many, because it might suggest that the reviews are way too manufactured. But it also means that these are the reviews that you should not get, or should at least try to avoid getting, because they can work against you with a savvy reader. So we're trying to do an awful lot helping authors, independent authors, writers, and anybody really across the subjects that we specialize in terms of getting their material online or helping them to do what they do. So with that, there will be other marketing angles that you can look at, linked to the material that we're going to be putting out there, that you can lean on to create a positive impression of either yourself as a writer or your book that you've launched. You know, there are different ways of doing it. So needing to lean too much into reviews, and especially being tempted by fake or manufactured reviews, is something that you can hopefully stop to rely on, because it's just not going to help. It's just not going to help in the end at all. And it also means that 1 or 2 platforms may come to sniff these out, start to get suspicious, not want to be associated with them, and even if they've approved the reviews in the first instance, they will come to cancel them, and then you'll lose everything. In fact, you might even lose access to your account online or to that particular platform as a sales channel. So yeah, just keep a lookout and just be very careful.